welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm excited to be here again on a beautiful day. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribed to my channel the last time. You guys are kind of motivating me to continue doing this video. Thank you so much. So today we are going to be talking about an exciting topic, and that is why I created this page. The topic is how to legally migrate to Portugal with a D7 visa. Around the world, we realize that a lot of people want to move from where they live or where they stay to a new place, maybe for relocation part, maybe for future reason, or maybe for personal reason. For example, the European part seems to be one of the most exciting places for you to relocate yourself or your family to. And that is why today I'll be focusing on the D7 Portugal visa. I'm going to give a very short recap about what is the D7 Portugal visa. The D7 Portugal visa is a visa for digital nomads, retiree, or passive income earners. Recently, there's a lot of requests from the Portuguese government to bring young digital people to the country, retiree people with passive income that don't intend to work in the country. Before I proceed, I would like to say this disclaimer. I am not representing the Portuguese embassy, neither am I getting this information from the embassy. I'm only saying this information based on my experience as a travel expert for over 7 years. So every information that will be shared here is based on my experience, based on my work, and based on my job as a travel expert. So you can actually watch and learn more about the D7 Portugal visa. The D7 Portugal visa is for nomads, retiree, passive income earner. Who are the nomads? Nomads are people that actually travel around the world, and they're people that love to go to different places. So when we say nomad workers, are people that they can work from anywhere in the world remotely. They don't have to go to the office. While the passive income earner are people that probably have properties that give them some means of income every month or every year. While the retiree are people that already work, they've retired, and they are probably living on pension or on daily stipend from the government. What are the criteria to apply for the D7 Portugal residential visa? 1. You must be a non-EU citizen. 2. You must be financially stable enough and prove that you at least earn 9,840 euros per year. If I'm going to give calculation of this, it means every month you must be able to prove to the Portugal government or the embassy you're submitting that you earn at least 705 euros per month. And in Portugal, because in Portugal they pay 14-month salary, not the usual 12-month salary, so it has to be 705 times 14, which makes it 9,840 euros per year. This is the minimum I advise people, although there's some information online that shows that you can present 8,460 euros per year, but I always advise people to make it the 14 months, which is a 705 times 14. This financial evidence is what you'll be taking to the embassy according to the exchange rate of your country income or according to the exchange rate in euros. 3. You must have a clean criminal record. 4. You should have a proof of savings. 5. You should have proof of accommodation. These are the criteria to apply for the D7 Portugal visa. Now, what are the benefits of D7 residential visa? It gives you a chance to apply for your residential permit in Portugal. It gives you the chance to live, work, and study in Portugal. 3. You have opportunity to high quality medical care in the country. 4. You actually have access to bring your family into the country or your dependent through the family unification program. Can you see that the benefit is really so amazing? Another amazing benefit of having this residential permit is that you can actually travel to all Schengen countries for vacation, for short reason purpose, for holiday, but you cannot work and you cannot live there. So this is really one of the most easiest and straightforward way to migrate to Europe. What are the documents you need to take with you to the embassy to apply for your D7 Portugal visa? First, I'll always advise all my audience that please make sure you are making use of a travel expert to help you throughout this process, because it's at the point, except you are from a country that probably have all of this in place, you might need a travel expert or somebody to assist you throughout this journey. Here are the list of documents you need. You need to have your passport valid for 1 year, at least 1 year. This is very important. A lot of people apply for the D7 residential visa and their passport is not valid. This can lead to disqualification or denial of your passport. Again, disclaimer, I am not representing the embassy, neither am I representing any consular. I'm just saying this based on my experience and my research on this visa. The second part is you should have 2 passport photographs. The third part is your proof of fund, which shows where you are getting your money from. So if you are claiming that you're a remote worker and somebody pays you salary, they should be able to provide a payslip that shows that every month you are earning your income from this particular source. Or as a retiree, you should be able to show your pension slip that shows this is where your money is coming from. Or as a passive traveler, you should be able to show that, okay, you have a property or you have a royalty or an online job that gives you that pays you every month. The fourth one is you should have a bank statement with at least closing balance of the equivalent of the amount you should prove to them that you earn every year. Your bank statement should show that you have a lot of income to make you settle down properly in Portugal. The fifth one is a proof of accommodation. Applying for your D7 residential visa requires that you have a proof of accommodation in the country. And the best way for you to do it is to, if you're not in Portugal or you've never been to Portugal, is to work with travel experts that can actually assist you throughout all of this journey. I recommend that you actually reach out to some of the companies or travel experts that actually deals with D7 visa, because you would need their assistance with your accommodation or locations you want to live in Portugal. The fifth document is a certificate of criminal record, your criminal record certificate. Kindly make sure it is stamped or it is well notarized by your country. The sixth one is your travel insurance. You should have a travel insurance that covers you for at least 1 year during your stay in Portugal. After application, within 3 months, your temporary residential visa will be approved. You have to travel to Portugal. On your visa, usually the embassy puts the exact date for your interview with SEF in Portugal. So you have to make sure you are there on this date and book your appointment with SEF. When you get to Portugal, usually you can even call them. Residential permit is approved. You'll be given a temporary residential permit card, which you can renew for, I think, 1 year, then 2 years, then 2 years. After 5 years, you can apply for either citizenship if you meet all the requirements for naturalization, citizenship by naturalization, or you meet the requirement to have a citizenship. Secondly is you can get a permanent residential card in Portugal. However, there are conditions attached to you having this citizenship or getting a permanent residential card in Portugal. The condition is that you must stay in Portugal for at least 183 days in a year. And also, if you cannot stay for 183 days in a year, at least, which is equivalent to 6 months, at least you should be able to stay non-consecutively for 8 months in a year. Meaning, for a nomad like me or like you that love to travel around the world, you just have to keep going and coming into Portugal as much as you can for at least 8 months non-consecutively, or you can choose to stay 6 months straight in Portugal. One of the amazing ways of having the Portugal D7 residential visa is that you can actually invite your family. If you are married, you can invite your wife and your children or your dependents to the country through the family reunification program. While you, the main applicant, cannot work, your wife or your dependents can actually work, and your children have access to free schooling and free medical care. I think this is one of the best reasons why you should relocate to Portugal. Do you have any question? Please feel free to ask me at the comment section. I am super excited to be here today on this channel. I hope to see you next time again. Can you subscribe to our channel?